Okay. Hey, welcome to Subjective Curiosities. I'm going to try something today that I've never done before. I'm going to do a Let's Play. And the way I want to do these is I want to just pick a game at complete random. Hopefully a game I've never played before, but possibly I'll have some familiarity with it. And just see what my first impression is. Play it for about an hour and just see what I think of it. I really wanted to start my Let's Plays with Sega Dreamcast because that's something I'm passionate about, but I'm having trouble with my screen recorder not picking up my Dreamcast. So I'm going to play N64 instead, and I randomly chose Cruis'n USA, which according to Wikipedia came out in 1996 for the N64. So let's start it off. Also, I am, and of course my controller isn't working. Oh, no, that level wasn't unlocked. Alright. So I'm also babysitting my sister's cat because he decided to eat an entire string off of an apron today, and he choked and almost needed the Heimlich maneuver, and he threw up a huge chunk of string. So he's in here with me, and I've got the house to myself, so that's why I decided to try this. Hopefully the audio quality's fine. I never recorded in my room because it has hardwood floors, but we'll see. Actually, all these cars look pretty cool. Let's go to that. This was originally an arcade game, which I've definitely played some iteration of it. I was kind of late on the throttle there. But I don't know if I played this specific one or not, and I definitely don't remember ever playing this on N64. Trying to get mine. Not a good way to go. Right off the bat, I'm just going to mention the fact that I am definitely a casual gamer. If I play even an hour of video games a week, that is hitting it really hard these days. I'm 30 years old. I've got a soul-crushing, brain-crushing, body-crushing manual labor job. And I just don't feel like even playing games sometimes once I'm off work. But when I was a little kid, I was pretty much born with a controller in my hand, playing Nintendo, and then we got the Super Nintendo when it came out. I was born in '91, so you can do the math on that. And I unironically considered myself a hardcore gamer and played sometime around the PS2. I dropped out of playing video games. Around like Guitar Hero, Metal Gear Solid 3, like that time period, I started getting into having girlfriends. A few years after that, I started smoking weed, doing stuff like that. And so I took a break from video games, but I've been playing them a little bit, like I said, like an hour a week, the last several years. It's been fun to revisit. Besides, so I played that completely mindlessly, focusing more on what I was talking about. I guess I qualified third. Okay. Let's see. We didn't unlock anything? Guess you have to get a better score. time. Besides the N64, I've also got Atari that should work with the screen recorder, and then other stuff I gotta test. I've got Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, Genesis, my Dreamcast, of course, if I ever get that figured out. That's what I really want to play. I'm playing worse than last time. Fuck. Wow. Great physics. I've also got a PlayStation 2. I've got a Wii, so I can play GameCube games. That's mostly why I have a Wii. And PC games, which will already work now. I like the cars in this game, and having some oncoming traffic is cool. It's kind of fun to get in a wreck, and it definitely slows you down, but it doesn't just like completely. I've played so many racing games where if you get in one, if you bump anything, you've lost. Like, there's no chance you're coming back. This one, if I got third when I mindlessly played the last round, then at least on level 1, on easy, it seems like you can recover from a crash. They're definitely going for a little more realistic, if you want to call it that. You know, there's no turtle shells to throw at anybody or anything like that, which I don't know. I like all kinds of racing games, but definitely I like the ones that involve more like crashing into people and using power-ups and stuff like that, probably more. It just adds an extra layer. Otherwise, gameplay can get pretty repetitive, but I actually kind of like, now that I don't play games that much and I'm much more casual, I kind of like games like this because I can just sit down, pick them up, play it, and I don't have to try to remember like, oh, where was I when I played this game 4 months ago, you know, in a mission or something, or controls are pretty easy to figure out quickly, stuff like that. Second, I don't know if that qualifies us for anything. No? Alright. We'll play level 1 again. Go! And I didn't have my hand on the controller, so off to another great start, right? Actually, not too bad. I don't know if I have like turbo or anything. I haven't really tried every button. So yeah, besides having to make sure a cat didn't choke to death, we also weighed all of our cats today, something we'd never done other than at our vet they have a baby scale for human babies that they put the cats on. So everybody got weighed today. Our lightest cat was 7 pounds, and our heaviest cat was 14 pounds. Pretty big difference. The 7-pound cat was Yahe, and the what was that driver doing? Oh, Jesus. And the 14-pound cat, his name was Bugger. They're from the same litter, too. Brother and sister. So somehow I'm in first. Not sure how that happened. Jeez, there's another one of those weird drivers. As far as my, oh my god, right at the end too. I don't know if that's, yeah. Cool, first place, maybe we'll finally qualify. Alright. Now I regret telling it I wasn't gonna sit. Okay, I must be doing something wrong. Is it because, I don't know if it's because I told it not to save, or I gotta go through this mode to unlock more. I probably gotta go through this mode. Alright. First racing game that comes to mind as my all-time favorite has to be Top Gear for the Super Nintendo. I've definitely played that one more than probably any other. Also, you might have noticed I turned the soundtrack off on this game. It seems like video games are pretty safe from DMCA takedowns on YouTube, but they change their mind, it seems like, every other week about what gets taken down and what doesn't. And we all know fair use doesn't exist on YouTube, so I'm just trying to skip that whole nightmare process, and when games allow me to turn the music off, I'm just going to turn it off and insert some royalty-free music. Which, I don't know, from what I heard at the, oh my god, what I heard at the menu screen, I'm not sure that we're missing anything. It's really weird playing with the N64 controller again, too. This game, it feels fairly natural, although you can see how the car just like jerks to the left or right, barely touching the analog stick. But that's more in the animation than the actual car, because it pretty much stays in the same spot. Wow. But I did play a game or two on here before I started recording a couple days ago. It was GoldenEye, single player campaign or whatever, and it was kind of hard to get used to controlling a character like that with a controller like this again. But it's also really nostalgic to use the N64 controller again. Let's see. What place did I get second? Will that call? Let's look at some track.
Set, go!
Definitely might have to find some synthwave royalty-free music for this one, since the aesthetic of all these cars. Also, we get the Golden Gate Bridge. That's pretty cool. Makes me think of the movie The Room. Alright, I'm comfortably in first right now. Time for somebody to wreck that. Yep. A lot of semis on this level. Let's see, what media did I consume today? I listened to, I love director's commentary. That's something that I feel like is kind of slipping away from the movie experience without physical media. But I listened to the director's commentary on Good Will Hunting today. That was somewhat interesting. I'm not a huge Ben Affleck or Matt Damon fan, but that movie is obviously incredible. Most movies I like are either comedies or horror, or they're just garbage movies. They're just absolute trash. I like way more bad movies than I like good movies. But Good Will Hunting is one of those straightforward dramas that I actually like. And like any good drama, it's got a little bit of comedy in it, but Robin Williams, when he plays those straight roles where he just has a little bit of humor put in, or it's dark humor, incredible. Good Will Hunting, World's Greatest Dad, Death to Smoochie, all those type of movies. That's when I really like Robin Williams. I find him kind of obnoxious sometimes with his more hyper personality, where he just does like goofy voices and is extremely animated. I respect it, but it's not really for me most of the time. But Good Will Hunting, incredible. Oh, get to put in the name. I am a very simple person, and it's pretty easy to make me laugh. Danger, come. Number 9. Is that even worth, like, going all the way up to 10th place. Alright. At least we qualified.
Ready, set, go!
And I can't see my timer for the hour, so I have no idea when this is going to end. It'll probably be abrupt.
Check it out, Sam.
This game's kind of fun. I'd like to play the multiplayer, local multiplayer. Speaking of, I have this, once in a while I'll buy a game on PC, and I may not get around to it for a while, or I may not read up on it very well, you know, just because I find the game interesting or whatever. Well, I bought the Master that wreck. I bought the Master Chief Collection of Halo, and I didn't realize on PC it has no local co-op. Which is like, what the fuck is the point of that? Fuck that game. That's an unfinished game, and I'm so fucking sick since I returned to gaming. All these games that don't have local co-op, that you have to log in online to even play solo. Talking about you, fucking GTA 5. That force all these updates down our fucking throats, that ruin my mods. That's more of a Rockstar complaint, but man, I was so disappointed. I waited, you know, to install the game. I waited to make the Microsoft account. I waited to link the Microsoft account. I waited to install the update. You know, because we gotta have a gigabyte update on all these fucking games that are not finished when they bring them out. And I go all the way through it. I have Halo Reach installed. Because you have to install each game mode, each specific game separately. And then I realized there's no local co-op, so I didn't even play it. I didn't even play it for a minute. I might see if I can get my money back, because that pisses me off. I'm not saying every game has to have local co-op and multiplayer, but every first-person shooter has to. Every, you know, racing game, any game that considers itself complete. Alright, we're gonna put that in again. Danger, come. Just a little complaint. I honestly don't complain that much about media, because I kind of expect it all to be a certain level of terrible, but that just really bummed me out. I was really looking forward to it. I was going to play with my sister. So, I don't know. I don't buy a lot of games, but I'm probably just going to quit buying games that don't have local co-op. 'Cause I'm tired of that shit. Shouldn't have to get on the internet and like make my friends also purchase the game and get on the internet and link up and all this stuff just to play co-op in a campaign. I don't think so. Which I don't even know if that's possible in that game or not. But it is for multiplayer. But like for me, I mean, I played a lot of games by myself, no doubt. But they've also always been a social thing, you know? Playing multiplayer games with your cousins, playing games with your friends. You know, when I'd go over to people's houses, I'd lug my console over there. Mindlessly playing this level might not work. I really had to resist the urge to run into that school bus. On purpose. I always get points taken off when I play like Area 51 and games like that, because I shoot the civilians. I just like doing anything you're not supposed to, I guess, in these games. Well, this game's alright. I don't know. I guess I can see how it was an arcade title. It's pretty easy to like just sit down and play, and I'm sure you know, I have vague recollections of seeing these, so I think it's like the full thing, you know, with the chair, the racing chair and everything. Another school bus. First again. And almost hit Wayne there from Wayne's World. Other stuff I consumed today. I watched a couple episodes of The Simpsons. I'm getting into like season... I don't know. It's taken me a couple of years. I started at the beginning and I'm probably in like season 26 or 27 now. Definitely had some ups and downs. Of course, the first 10 seasons or so are the best. But there's been some surprising episodes here and there. Like, I might just try holding down the gas before they say it, but it seems like in this era of games for sure. Ooh, trees. You gotta just wait for the green and smash the gas usually on these games. Also, I like that this one uses the Z trigger. I played a racing game the other day. They used the A button, which was fine, but don't mind me just driving through trees. One of the episodes I watched today, The Simpsons, I thought was pretty good. It was just like Bart's life. It was all about Bart. Went from like childhood, way past where him being 10 or whatever, 10 or 12. Showed him and Homer finally connecting as an adult, that kind of stuff. Kind of nice. That's the kind of thing I'd rather see them do at this point. I really think the biggest problem with The Simpsons is they make too many episodes per season. So, you'll get like a couple pretty like that episode was pretty good. I like that episode. I don't need every episode to. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Let's see that for every character. I don't care, but not in a row. But it was nice, and you'll get some pretty good ones here and there in these later seasons. And it almost seems like it's getting those certain episodes here and there are almost getting better the further it goes, the closer I'm getting to current time. There's a pretty bad lull kind of in the middle. A lot of forgettable episodes, a lot of repeated storylines.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame for third place, huh? But they just make so many episodes that they just churn out a bunch of crap. If they do like half or a third of the amount of episodes per season, I really think the quality would be so much better.
Ready, set, go!
And then also, like any true gamer, I tried the new Mountain Dew flavor today, Spark. It's like a raspberry lemonade. Not bad. Better than the million Game Fuel variants that they come out with, or 10 different blue flavors they have, I thought. My favorite Mountain Dews by far are Baja Blast and Livewire, and the regular, but this one's pretty good. I think I like it better. I think they did another lemonade one like last year or something, just a regular yellow. Maybe that was a couple years ago, I don't know. But I definitely like this one better. The physics in this game are... I don't know how to describe it. You can see it. They're fairly comical. I'm doing really bad this time, 6th place. Whoa. That was my chance. And I missed that. This just makes me want to play Top Gear. Although in Top Gear, if you choose the fastest car, you're going to run out of gas. If you choose a car that looks like this. And somehow I'm in first. That's a
10 seconds.
sharp turn. Whoa. Those semis. 10 seconds. I love all those little animated scanned in humans. Alright. It looks like there might be a lot of levels. I don't know. Maybe just those ones on the menu screen, but
Ready? Set.
I don't know. I might play past an hour if I keep getting through these levels and it ends up going over time. I have no idea how long I've been doing this. I could be over an hour now and my phone just didn't go off. Or it may have not been very long at all. I'm basically not even in my body right now. Disassociated. Not really, but I'm definitely, I don't know, playing the game is kind of like a tranquil, mindless thing. Doing this, you know, every other video I put on YouTube is scripted, so doing this kind of like stream of conscious speaking is kind of like mindless meditation in a way. So doing both at the same time. Picked a good game for it. I did choose a racing game on purpose. I hope to be even more random in the future with the choices. Wow, I better speed up. But I chose a racing game because I figured it would be easier to talk over, and I just want to introduce how I'm gonna do this. You know, a lot of oncoming. Well, just one car, I guess. I thought there was gonna be a lot of oncoming traffic. In fact, I don't think I can get on the wall. Kinda. All right, I couldn't resist rear-ending the cop. Drove on. Sometimes life's okay. Alright, don't drive on the wall. I'm so close. If somebody usurps me there, that's gonna piss me off. Actually, I take back what I said about that guy, which they just repeated him twice, about him being Wayne from Wayne's World. He's actually, Ronnie Dobbs from Mr.
Welcome
Show.
to the Hall of Fame.
That's who that is. Danger, come. Hey, at least it's not ninth. I never know on some games.
Ready?
Some of them automatically go, and I'm gonna try just holding it down. It's probably gonna fuck me up. Not great, but it did fine. A lot of games I never know, like on menu screens and stuff, it's like sometimes some of them automatically go, and some of them you gotta click a button. I don't know. I could see that with these goofy physics, and I don't mind the levels; they seem decent. But with these goofy physics, I could see this being fun as a multiplayer game. Maybe I'll be... It probably won't help me win. It'll probably slow me down, but I might, for fun, start being a little more aggressive of a driver on here, running people off the road and stuff. That's something I like to do in racing games. But some of them, like I said, you touch one little thing, get clipped by one little tiny sidewalk or a piece of the map you don't realize you can't go through, and it'll just derail you from the entire game. Or actually, something that I noticed about this is a lot of racing games I play, I don't know about most, but a lot of them I play, you can only win if you take the shortcuts. You have to take like every shortcut, which is cool for replayability, but on here I haven't taken a single shortcut. I don't even know if there are any. And you saw I got first quite a few times, so good for a first play, maybe not good for replayability if there aren't any. But then some of those games feel cheap. It's like really hard, you know, I don't want to say impossible, but really hard on some of them to win without using any shortcuts. But then some of them, if you memorize all the shortcuts and use them, first place again. And use them, it just feels too easy. Because a lot of the computers won't use them and stuff, so I don't know. 6
Welcome
levels.
to the Hall of Fame.
Wonder who we... Danger, come. Glad we get to watch that every time, right? Oh, 9th again. Alright, again, I forgot to press the button.
Ready, set, go! Whoa, Death Valley.
I smoked a little bit of Delta 8 before this. It's alright. I wish it was regular weed. But it's cheap and it's legal. And they will send it to your house legally. So I'm not sure how I could have avoided that. Wow. Red. The cat that I'm watching, there's also another cat or two in here, but they're sleeping. Is saying he wants out of the room, but you can't get out of the room because I gotta watch you. I gotta keep an eye on you. The microphone probably didn't pick it up, but he just said "mama." It's my sister's cat, and she's at a doctor's appointment. So he was asking about her, I guess. She'll be home later. Why don't you hang out with me right now? Why don't you come here? Can you get up here? I don't know if I'll do any Let's Plays with a camera. I mean, feel free to give your opinions if you watch this and listen to this. Feel free to give me opinions on anything about the way I do it, because like I said, this is the first time I've ever done it. I didn't really think much about it. I just thought I'll pick a game and try it. First again. So I don't know if I'll ever put a camera or not, but I wish I had one on right now just so you guys can see this guy. He's a tripod cat. He had a leg amputated like a year or two ago. Back left one. Buddy. Red. Hey. What are you doing? Come here. He's a big baby.
Ready, set, go!
He is also a sibling of his name's Red. He's also a sibling of Yahei and Bugger. Something I really enjoy is that Yahei's all of their mother. Her name's Ayahuasca, and Ayahuasca and Yahei are just two different indigenous words from different indigenous languages for a psychedelic substance. But yeah, I really like that they're very similar, mother and daughter, and they're the only two female cats I have. And I think it's cool that they have the same name but in different languages. It's kind of funny how she got the name in a way too. Is we weren't intending to keep the litter. We wanted to give them all homes, but it happened. My mom was like newly physically disabled from a botched surgery. I was not doing great. COVID had just started, lockdown, when we had these kittens, pretty much. So instead of being able to give them new homes, since there's so many stray cats in the world, we ended up just keeping them, and we have the, that's a loud sound effect, we have the whole family together.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Whoops. So it's kind of funny and interesting to watch them all.
Ready, set, go!
Oh, right. Yahei's name. So originally I was just naming them based on the collars that I got them when they were big enough that we were going to give them away. And she had a yellow collar, so her name was Yellow. But then one day it dawned on me that Yahei, what the definition of Yahei is and stuff, which is that it's the same as ayahuasca. And I was like, oh, that's close enough to Yellow that she'll recognize it and respond to it. And she did, and she loves it. And she's one of those cats that when you say her name, she like perks up and prances around. And I don't know, her mother's one of the weirdest cats I've ever had, and any of the cats that could be the father, it kind of feels like there's multiple fathers, are also fairly weird cats, and so of course all her kittens are strange. Hey, Red. Why don't you come over here? Wow. Obliterated that truck with some kind of whatever. Wow, that fire truck looked great. With whatever kind of sports car this is, like a Lamborghini or something. I don't know. Something I could never afford for sure. Wow. I got a free pass on that truck, and now I got absolutely wrecked by that Jeep. 4th, 6th. I don't know about that. Now there's a bus and like that looked like a telephone pole or something, which I didn't think.
Mount Rushmore.
I didn't think those objects were movable, so I don't. Might have just been a glitch. Might be my eyes.
10
3rd.
seconds.
Let's see if I can get back up there. No, 10 seconds. Almost hit Ronnie Dog. Try this again.
Ready, set, go! So this is the Grand Canyon.
Honestly, this game's still pretty fun, as it's my first time playing, but at the same time, it's also like, okay, I see that every level's pretty much the same. The oncoming traffic definitely adds to it, which I'm the one of those people that when I play Grand Theft Auto games, I immediately, you know, when I'm in a police chase, driving to the other lane. So I've done that a lot, and it's a lot crazier than this, but wow. They're getting me by driving in my lane. That is kind of interesting. Definitely shows that the developers wanted that to be a huge element, which makes sense with an arcade game, so they can get more quarters. But the way the drivers aren't just oncoming traffic, but they also drive erratically a little bit. It's actually pretty funny looking, I think, when they do where they shake back and forth. which is what my car would look like oncoming the way I use this analog state. But
Wow, Mount Rushmore.
okay, those trucks have the best physics. I don't remember what. I think it was one of the Rush racing games I tried just the other day that I was talking about. But hopefully we'll play that one because the cheering sound effect in that game. I don't know if it sounds different with the music, but I had the music off. It sounded like people screaming in like terror, and I think it was meant to be cheering. So I don't know. Found that disturbing. Danger, come. 10th. Is that an explosion sound effect?
Ready, set, go!
Iowa. I feel like my car's going really slow. I don't know if I had. I'm not sure why. Maybe the terrain or something. I thought I got around that. We got birds flying. I couldn't tell I was in a video game. I thought this was real life. So realistic. Honestly, though, for the N64, it's not too bad. Those polygons definitely look out of date, but honestly, I've been playing my PS2 and some PS1 games on it, and part of it might be the way I have it hooked up to a modern so-called I have what's supposed to be a 4K TV, but I think it's just upscaling or something because a lot of times it's not that great. It was very cheap though. Some of the PlayStation games have aged terribly, like really bad, atrociously bad. That's the nice thing about, pre-polygon games, big games. Super Nintendo looks amazing. Nintendo looks fine. Atari looks fine in its, quaint, historic kind of way. The 2600. And honestly, I think the Dreamcast still looks pretty good because most of the games are stylized. Not necessarily trying to look realistic, but some of them having a realism to them. Oh, we got the St. Louis Arch. I forgot last time I thought we were in Iowa. We were. It doesn't even go through Missouri, so I guess that wasn't the St. Louis Arch. I don't know.
Ready?
Is there other arches in the U.S.? Imagine how sick you would feel driving this car the way, look at this, the way it goes back and forth, back and forth. Just cruising along without music and without that much oncoming traffic and nobody beside me. It just feels like a driving simulator or something, which of course I just wrecked. This game's alright, like I said. Not the worst, not the best. Okay. I gotta quit fucking around like that. I'm not gonna escape first. Okay, I don't know what kind of road has like the pillars that look like the top of like a above ground subway or something. Is that? Oh, maybe that is what that is. I don't know. It just looks odd, the proportions and stuff. Okay, really sucks when you get in those kind of wrecks on here. See, there's one of those really erratic. Of course, completely solid material. I'm in 5th. And I was at the finish line. Wow. I really fucked myself over on that. I originally wasn't planning on really cussing during this, so sorry to people that like don't want their kids to hear you watch this or whatever. If you're an adult and you can't hear cussing, go fuck yourself. And YouTube algorithm, I mean, I'm not even a factor in that, so it doesn't matter, but they downplay videos that have cussing, at least in the first beginning, I don't know. But since it's off the cuff, I'm definitely gonna cuss. That's who I am. I cuss all the fucking time, just speaking. But I often leave it out of my writing, or, you know, like when I have scripts for reviews on YouTube. Also, sorry if the video quality has any issues. I'm happy that I have this screen capture thing, but it doesn't seem to work very good. Like it's supposed to do HDMI, which is what I got through right now, but it's also supposed to do 2 different of those like 3-pronged ones, the classic, red, yellow, white, and then another one that I'm not so familiar with. And like I said, the Dreamcast didn't work at all, so I'm kind of worried when I try any other console that has one of those hookups. I think it might be broken out of the box, but I don't know. They also said some devices it just won't work with, but I have a hard time believing the Dreamcast, like if it was for anti-piracy or something, since you could, you know, that's the most easily pirated console in history, probably. So I really doubt they went through the measures to stop a screen capture device. But I don't know. So, I know when I recorded a video earlier just to test, there was tons of flickering, and I can kind of see it now across the screen. I don't know what that is. It seems like a loose connection or something, but it's not. I even changed.
10 seconds.
I thought I was having an issue that I wasn't really having. Got first again. And I changed it all to a whole different port, so there shouldn't be any issue. But I can see it right there. Look at those lines. So I would not really recommend the Digit Now, whatever model this is. It's like $100 on Amazon. I'm happy to have it.
Ready, set, go!
But it definitely seems like probably the worst quality you can have while still functioning. But isn't that most products? It seems like it's kind of, maybe I'm just noticing more, but it seems like it's cutting out more since I mentioned it. I'm just going to be grateful that it exists. Kind of adds to it's a little synthetic of a retro feel, but kind of adds to the feel of playing N64, like having the screen glitching out and stuff. I used CRTVs, you know, most of my life. Honestly, I didn't even, once I was done with CRTs, long after other people, I just didn't get another TV, and I didn't have a TV for, I don't know, somewhere between 5 and 10 years. Not too long probably after I dropped out of playing video games or whatever. I dropped out of watching movies and TV and all that for the most part for a long time. That's partially why a lot of the stuff you'll see me talk about or review on here is all old, 80s and 90s. The other reason for that is because around before I dropped out of watching movies, oh my god, the movies in the 2000s were terrible. I'm sure that, okay, great, the whole thing. Oh, there it goes. Now that I'm probably not in a good position.
10 seconds.
6. 10 seconds, nice. I think, I could be wrong, but I think I was in first before that, so thank you. And it's out again. Yeah, I would not recommend the Digit Now
10
screen capture
seconds.
thing. I've never had this much trouble with it, but I've also never recorded N64. I don't even remember what I was talking about now.
Damn it.
Completed? I think it timed out. Also, again, it's like, I don't understand why it's glitching out. There's nothing, none of the connections are loose. Okay, looks like I have 8 minutes left on my out. Is there any way to improve this? I pushed the cord in a little bit more. Maybe it worked itself loose or something. I love having the physical hardware of a actual physical screen capture device instead of just some digital thing on my computer, but it is a pain. You got cords going into cords and all that kind of stuff. Seems extremely sensitive. But the picture looks fine now, so hopefully it'll work.
Go.
I'm glad to find out I didn't go way over an hour. Although, like I said, I might if it seems like this game's gonna get beat. So, right through the pole. I guess those are destructible, I think, because I don't know. Sometimes these games move a little too fast for my eyes to take in everything, especially with the N64 graphics. Where I gotta interpret what things are and they're supposed to be. And yet, that farmhouse in the background kind of looks good. And there it is again immediately. Oh, there's a new variant though. Whenever some of the close stuff doesn't look good. Red! He's meowing to get out again. As you can guess, probably, he had a red collar when they were babies. I bought these collars that, came in a bag, a sorted bag of different colors. Green is another one of the cats. He became Green Bean, which I love calling him that. Sometimes I call him Green Bean Casserole. If you don't like cats, fuck you. I'm gonna be talking about them a lot, I'm sure. I love my cats. They are better than humans to hang out with most of the time. I mean, I got a few humans that I really enjoy spending time with, but for the most part, give me a cat any day. Third. So scatterbrained playing this that I don't even remember if third qualifies or not, or if we gotta get first on everyone. Indiana. How many times have I played this? Also, is there gonna be an arch in Indiana? Gateway to the north, east. Wow. Very good. I think that was a toll booth. Man, I've had some weird toll booth experiences, I guess. I don't know. One time, I had to get off a toll booth because my gas was like on empty, almost. Or it was. This was a long time ago when I was a new driver. New driver. I hope that was enunciated clearly, not nude driver. And it was like one of those change ones, and I threw all my change in at once, and it didn't register. And I already had to like search my car for that. And this is an off ramp of like a 4-lane highway. And I felt so like helpless. And then finally I dug around and found enough. I was amazed I found enough to pay it. And then on top of that, it didn't register. It just registered like some part of it. And then and then on that same trip, I didn't pay any of the tolls that didn't force you to on that trip. And I got a call. It was out of state, and I got a call about it like a few months later. Like, oh, you owe $500 or something, and I told them I'd pay $50, or they could go fuck themselves, and they took the offer. Or whatever it was. I think it was $50. It was whatever the real amount was, because they tried to add all these charges, and it's like, whatever. Toll booth roads are fucking stupid. Fucking scam. Roads are fucking stupid anyway. Pathetic conventions. Red! Hey! Red! Look at me. Usually he, like, absolutely adores my attention. He's kind of ignoring me. Hey! You're hanging out with me today. We'll go out of the room when we're done playing this video game.
Ready?
We'll play with a string or a laser pointer or something. Whoa! Love sound effects in games, especially these old ones where, you know, they had to decide with the space they had, are we going to put in real audio clips of people? I really love that on the Super Nintendo because it's fairly limited a lot of times, like actual real voice clips. Whoa! This is not people screaming like in Rush. The physics are fun, but they're also frustrating. There's a nice waterfall with some sound effects. There's the fire truck. Oh, look at that. I like again, when I play Grand Theft Auto, I like to either play in first person sometimes, not as much when I'm driving. Definitely, like all the time if you got a third person game, don't get me wrong, third person is fun, but you gotta program these days, you gotta program it to have first person too and be able to switch back and forth. I love that about Skyrim, I love that about Grand Theft Auto 5. But actually when I'm in the car, when I've played a lot in GTA, I like to do the cinematic view. I like the little sound effect on that too. Alright, so we got 3 views. House special. Is that nitrous? Is that something I haven't been using the whole time? Bluegrass. Oh, it's songs, but I have the music turned off. Wow.
10 seconds.
Safari Monster. Redline Shuffle. House Special. Deadwood Ride. Kind of cool that I think it's because of the lack of buttons that need to do anything in the controls, but kind of cool they let you change the track with just a button right there.
Ready?
Alright, second place.
Go.
Appalachia. Let's see what other. House Special, Bluegrass, Boogie, Safari Monster, Redline Shuffle, House. Oh, okay. That would write. Oh, it's random. Alright, that marks
Whoa!
1 hour. I think I might continue playing. In the future, I'd really like to make these only an hour, but I don't know. Seems like, oh my god, not with that kind of playing. Seems like I could possibly beat this game pretty quick. Like a lot of racing. I mean, especially arcade. Most arcade games, but especially an arcade racing game. I'm curious to see what. I think there's a cat outside my door meowing now. Probably bugger or green bean casserole. Since it's a racing game, I might actually just beat it. Oh, I know what I was saying. I'm curious to see if I just unlock like one level or if I unlock all the levels or what from doing this. Because this is technically kind of like just one like one circuit or whatever. Also, I mean, I guess you're supposed to play with a memory card. I was gonna say they haven't given me any passwords or anything, but that's like a that was fading during the Super Nintendo, so of course on the N64 you can save. You know how your car just spins around like 4 times when you hit a truck? Green bean? Green bean? You're gonna have to wait. You can come in here and we'll go out there, hang out with you in here in a little bit. One of these days maybe I will do a camera for Let's Plays, and I'll bring all the cats in here.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Danger, come. Let me know in the comments if you like my inane ramblings.
Ready, set, go!
I would comment on the game more than just random shit that pops in my head, but there's not much going on here. I do like these flowers though. I already forgot, I didn't read where it said I'm at, but they're nice. A lot of flags, wow. And they went through the trouble to make them wave. Also like how we're all like driving sports cars. There's probably a couple muscle cars. And then there's like that old like 50s or 60s car or whatever there. Could be an 80s throwback, I guess, but I think it's like a 50s car, which not to say they weren't fast or powerful. Oh wow, there's a tank. Vietnam War Memorial. Huh. Not sure. I don't know. Kind of cool to have in the game, but also kind of weird. Like, yeah, we're just gonna drive through the Vietnam War Memorial. A little strange. I'm sure those old, and now there's money all over the tunnel. Interesting. I'd like to see them use textures like that more. That's kind of cool. Although this is kind of seems like it's meant to be a more grounded, realistic. The White House. Are we in DC? Was that the White House? And did I lose? What just happened?
Welcome to the
I
Hall
guess
of
I
Fame.
finished second.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Danger, come.
Ready, set, go!
Yeah, Washington, D.C. Huh. I should have known that from the Vietnam War Memorial, but my mind was kind of blanking on where that was. I've never been to Washington, D.C. think I maybe even saw the sequel. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Well, it just ran that semi-cab off the road like nothing. It's a cool looking fountain. Got some fountains. They had to make the texture for the tank. They should let you unlock the tank and the fire truck and all those ridiculous vehicles. Maybe you can, I don't know. Again, I don't really know anything at all about this game. I kind of wish I was picking each level individually so I could try out other cars and stuff, but honestly this car has worked out. I did not read the stats. Real close to hitting Ronnie Dobbs in the ankles there. I did not read the specs on those cars at all, and honestly, I thought all of them looked fairly decent, and I'm not even a car guy.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Danger, come. It's gonna be weird if my family comes back early and they just hear me saying that. Hey, they already got DP at number 5, so I see what those developers have on their mind. DC again, I guess.
Ready, set, go!
So I got a few options with this Let's Play thing. I originally thought I would record for an hour, cut the video down, and record the voice over unscripted but after the fact. But I think this will go okay as long as the audio quality sounds fine, and I don't expect a lot of people to watch it. But as long as the people that do watch it, I don't know, get whatever they want out of it. And I enjoy making them. That's probably, I might just do it this way. At least for games that aren't short or that I don't enjoy, I'm definitely probably going to keep it at an hour. I'll play any game for an hour in the name of experimenting with it and seeing what it is. But I also, separately from that whole series, especially if I get my Dreamcast to work, want to do, you know, full playthroughs of games, and if I record enough on some games, you know, maybe I'll catch some cool glitches or whatever, you know, what video game videos are on YouTube. I don't have to explain it. What is with those vehicles? Wow, look at that finish. Photo finish. Halfway down in the ground, as usual, about to hit Ronnie Dobbs.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Danger, come. I haven't put a lot of videos out lately because of work, and also I'm working on a couple, one in particular, of really long videos. Like, I'm getting really in depth on a movie. Let's just say it celebrates a monumental anniversary this year in a few months, so I want to hopefully have my video out before then, but I'm thinking about making the most in-depth video on that particular movie ever done, and considering that all my other reviews are like 1 and 2 minutes, 3 minutes long, it's definitely taking a while. Just plus, you know, like always, there's tons of stuff coming up in my personal day-to-day life I got to deal with when I'm not at work, when I'm not in my third shift manual labor, brain crushing, soul crushing, body crushing job. Kids, if you can find a way to not work, you're watching this, kids watch video games on the internet, right? That's what you all do. If you can ever avoid work, avoid it. I'm not saying avoid doing things. I'm not saying avoid labor for your own gain or the gain of people you love and care about, or goals that you care about the outcome of, as in like physically building shelter or something like that. But as far as jobs, manual labor you're paid by the hour for, wage labor, fuck it. If you can get out of it, get out of it. If you're at work and you can get paid to not do your job, don't do your job. Also, fuck your employer.
Welcome to the Hall of
First
Fame.
place. Danger, come. First 4 slots. Congratulations, coast to coast in 20 minutes 52 seconds 10 milliseconds, I think is how that's broken down. Victory celebration. Wow, alright. At the White House. Alright, so it ends up at DC. We got a couple snipers, a cow, a couple cows. I'm guessing Bill Clinton was in office around this time, but I don't remember. Faster car awarded. Alright. Looks like the same car, but a different color. I have to move the difficulty up. Okay. Definitely played this game on its easiest setting. Looks like we beat the whole thing. Wow. Well, if you watched this far, thanks for checking it out. Again, as I've mentioned a few times, this is my first ever. Wow, I love the pixelated videos of the developers. Wow. I've never seen that in a game. It's kind of cool, especially on a game this old. I mean, a lot of the games I play, I feel like I don't even know. I know sometimes they have the credits, but I feel like I don't even know who made a lot of these games or what their specific contribution was, because they're back in the day when, you know, the company just took the credit. Interesting. And now we got more. Wow. There's some profile pictures for people to use, right? Orpheus Hanley, that's a cool name. Mr. E. Fat Tony Washington. I'm definitely, not as much in video games, but in movies, I'm definitely a watch the credits all the way through kind of person. I don't know what it is. I've always been that way. Alright, well, I'm not going to get super thorough with this game. We played it all the way through. I guess you just unlock a car. Let's see if... Oh, good. Since it went all the way back to the menu, I wonder if it kept any of my progress, because it's asking me about saving and everything, like when I very first booted it up. Oh, look at that. I didn't put a memory card in, so I'll lose it, but we got all the levels now. I might play this game again, but if I ever do... Well, first I'd like to look up like what you even can unlock, I guess. Maybe it would be more interesting to play, but if I ever do play it again, it'll probably be multiplayer. Co-op or versus or whatever. I don't know what they have on here, but it says player 2, press start. Well, rather than continue to ramble, since I already went past an hour, I'm just going to end this. Thanks.